am Pencil Tree, and this is my very first voiceover. I chose to voiceover for this video because it was a request sketch dump. That means that I asked my followers on DeviantArt to choose a few interaction between characters, and I sketched them in this video. So sorry, I'm a bit nervous. I really don't know what to say really, because I don't have a script, and I'm not English. English is not my first language. I'm from Italy, so excuse me if I'll make mistakes or I'll babble, because I will. Here I am drawing Shane interacting with Nikola, and this is a request XXX Me23XXX requested. She, I don't know, them wanted to see Shane interacting with Nikola. These characters are from my novel Circus Diabolique. It's not a novel, it's a graphic novel actually. And you might think, looking at Shane, since he is a country boy, is from Ireland, that he might be shy, or he doesn't know how to interact with people well, but really he's not. I mean, maybe he will blush like a cherry if he likes you in that way, but he won't hesitate coming to you and talk and try to make friends, because that's just how Shane is. So you can see here is pretty blushy and embarrassed, but he is going for Nikola. He's stalking her. He is very outgoing, so he is shy, sort of, but not really. He's more like embarrassed, but he'll talk to whoever he likes anyway. Nikola, on the other hand, she has a pretty bad experience in the comic. She has a toxic relationship with Dorian the vampire, treats her very badly, so she doesn't trust Shane at the beginning, but eventually they'll get along. So this is how their first interaction worked so far. So she's a bit annoyed because she thinks Shane is just fooling with her. There it is. The second one, the second request from the same person was the vampire Dorian, the knife thrower of the circus, interacting with Zigzagos the clown. I like this request because I don't think I ever draw them interacting, but they have this kind of relationship you saw, like Gaston and Letante. This is actually the perfect example for them. So, as you could see, Dorian is heavily inspired by Gaston, and also by Dorian Gray, as his name might suggest. Basically a beautiful man with a terrible soul. Terrible, really. You'll see in the comic. Zigzagos is a really grumpy clown, and he's a coward. Basically a coward, and so this is how he would interact with Dorian. He'd be very intimidated, but also try to act all buddy-buddy with him because he doesn't want him to hurt him since he's a vampire and all. And yeah, that's basically them, like Gaston and Letante. I really like this request. I had fun drawing it, really. If you want to know more about Circus Diabolique, you can visit the DeviantArt page. I'll leave the link in the descriptions down below. You can visit the DeviantArt page and read more about it. But I'll probably make another voiceover video about Circus Diabolique, so stay tuned for that. I was actually planning to do a bigger video about that, but I chose not to push my limits so much because YouTube is new to me. This is my first experience ever voice-overing in a video. And maybe next time I'll do better. And that's it for XXX Me23 requests. Moving on to Sarah's Creations request, and she's my girlfriend. She actually has a shop on Instagram, and she makes free handed books. She really does it by hand. All of it is just made from cover to cover, just by her, and her books are amazing. I suggest you to watch, to give her Instagram a watch. And she requested Ronan, which is the oldest brother of Shane, interacting with Sibyl. Sibyl is a side character. You probably haven't seen her in the new Circus Diabolique page because this is her holder design. I might want to change her because she ended up being too similar to Nikola's new design. So she also is very similar to Tyrion, so maybe I want to change her, but for this sketch stamp I kept her old design. This design, I believe it's from 2017 or 2016, so I might want to change her. But yeah, the fact is that there is this thing that Ronan and Sibyl have. They have a crush for each other, but they don't have the courage to confess. That's just a small parenthesis in the comic, but Sarah is a sucker for couples, and so she chose this and another couple. And the second couple she chose was Zigzagos and the Unicentaur Dremia. Yeah, she likes couples, and I honestly like Dremia and Zigzagos too, because Dremia is so sweet and nice, and Zigzagos is just so grumpy, but he'll pretend like he doesn't like cuddles, but acting all tough and woman, don't touch me, but secretly he likes being cuddled. That's why it's so sweet. So yeah, they have a pretty complicated relationship. They are not really together in the comic, though you'll see what I mean. It's a bit complicated. But yeah, that's one of the most common interaction between them. Dremia being all sweet and Zigzagos being all grumpy. again, make sure to visit Sarah's creations page. I'll put the link in the descriptions, as I said that. I don't remember. Yeah, her handmade books are to die for. I like it. I own one myself, and I don't know, they're just made from the heart. They're beautiful, beautiful books. And go check her Instagram and maybe think about ordering one of her handmade books, because they are very cheap for handmade products. Just give it a try, give it a visit. Thank you. Moving on to the other request. This request was made from Regicide. She is an Italian friend, and she has a graphic novel going on. It's called Noi, which means us in Italian. And this friend of mine is really talented. She's a writer, and I loved every single book she ever wrote. And now she is doing this graphic novel, which I love. She requested for a young Shane interacting with his other biggest sister, which is Tyrion. Here Tyrion looks a bit younger, but that's because when Shane was little, she was younger as well. I mean, she and Shane are about 10 years difference, and this means when Shane was born, she was 10. Now let's see, Shane shows like 4 years old, so she's, I don't know, 13, 14, something. So she indeed looks younger here. They have the sweetest relationship. Yeah, in the comic you'll see too. So Regicide also requested Nikola's anatomy to be shown, but I don't think that's really something I can show in a video. It will be too revealing, though I can say Nikola is a steam doll with a human heart. She has a human heart, and you don't really need to see how she works. It's just a fairy tale. She is a steam doll with a human heart, and that's all metaphorical, of course. Moving on, we have Delta Mimi's request, and she is another historical friend of mine. She has been following this project since 2016, when we met on DeviantArt, and she is talented. I mean, she has so many fantasy. She has a lot of stories going on right now. She's currently working on a new story called Pantheon Return, and I like the concept of that. Go check her DeviantArt out. She's nice. So she requested and no, that's not Nikola, that's Dremia interacting with Shane, and as you can see, Dremia is like, oh my gosh, you're so cute, and Shane is like, oh my gosh, you're a Unicentaur, and they'll become buddies in the comic. So that's how their first relationship would look like, not in the comic but in general, would be so amazed by each other. Dremia would be like, oh my god, you have so many freckles and you're so cute and squishy. And Shane would be all like, oh my god, are you real? Are you a real Unicentaur? Oh my god, I can't believe it. And yeah, they would just get along pretty fast. Request from so squishy from Delta Mimi is Dorian interacting with Sneeze. Now this is another interaction I have never drawn. You'll see them in the comic, of course, but yeah, I like the idea. Dorian is very arrogant, and as you can see, Sneeze is not really scared or afraid of him. He's just really annoyed mostly because, oh come on Dorian, put me down, because he's an English gentleman and he would never pick up a fight, and Dorian is just messing with him like, oh, what are you doing, Pipsqueak, walking around? Sneeze would be like, oh, very funny, now put me down please. And so he's more annoyed than scared. He's used to Dorian's attitude, you know. He's not scared, really. So this is it for this speed drawing. I thank everybody who requested things in order to make this possible. I really enjoyed doing this, even though it took me 2 days. But thank you everybody, and please people go check their profiles, Instagrams and everything. I'll put the link down below in the descriptions for them. They are nice people, they are very talented, you'll like their stuff, and they support my channel and my project. I really believe in this project, Circus Diabolique. I finally decided that time was mature to show it, and since this is my first attempt to become a YouTuber, sorry, I'll be very clumsy at the beginning, and now I don't have a script, so maybe next time I will, and I'll sound less bubbly, no, not bubbly, wobbly, I don't know. Forgive me, English is not my first language, as I said. But hopefully you'll find my Italian accent to be funny. Please, entertaining, funny. I know Italian accent can be pretty funny. And forgive all my mistakes if I made any. Hopefully I was clear enough for you to understand everything I said. So links for following Circus Diabolique development is also down below in the description, and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel as well. This is the final result. I hope you enjoyed it, and I don't know with which frequencies this kind of videos will be released with the voiceover, but every Saturday there will be a new video coming out about speed painting. Sometimes it will be about Circus Diabolique, sometimes it will be about some fandom stuff, like I drew Alastor from Has-Been Hotel recently. I accept suggestions. Maybe if you want to see some other character drawn in my style and recorded in a speed painting, I'll do that. Well, this is it from Pencil Free. Stay tuned, subscribe, and we'll see you again next Saturday. Bye bye.